chicken tikka masala. Very simple to make. Lots of people think it's really difficult, but it's very simple. You just need a few basic ingredients and a few spices mixed up. So as long as you remember, the chicken tikka masala is essentially two separate dishes put into one. A chicken tikka, which is a dry marinated chicken, and a masala sauce, which is tomato based. So the first thing we need to do is we need to marinate some chickens in a tikka marinade, which we're going to make up with these ingredients over here. But let me just point out that if you want to put plain chicken in this masala sauce, once we've made it, it's going to taste fantastic anyway, so if you don't want to go marinating your chickens. But I would recommend doing this if you want the proper chicken tikka masala curry at the end of it. So I've got some ingredients, like I said, over here. Then I'm going to marinate our chickens in. I'll show you how to make this up, and then we'll marinate the chickens for about an hour in the fridge before we cook them. And then pretty much all that's left to do is to get your chicken breasts and cut them up into bite-sized pieces. We'll get these covered, get them in the fridge, leave them marinate for about an hour or even overnight while you make up your masala sauce. So our chicken has been marinating in this fridge for about an hour, hour and a half or so. Smells absolutely beautiful. Time to skewer it and cook it. So down here we've got some skewers. I think they're about 12 inches long skewers. All we need to do is to put about 8 pieces of chicken on each skewer, and we're going to cook them in the oven. And those chickens are going to take about 25 minutes to cook in an oven, 180 degrees. And while those chickens are cooking, we'll get on with our masala sauce. And what you need to do is you need to get your tin of tomatoes processed or blitzed in a food processor, which you've got down here. About a minute. So while those tomatoes are processing, what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a brown onion. You can use 2, I'm only going to use the 1. We're going to get that diced up and mixed up with about a teaspoon of lazy garlic. So get that garlic and onions mixed together in your little pot, and then we've got 40 grams of butter here. It's not clarified butter, you can use ghee, which is traditional Indian clarified butter, but I'm just using normal salted butter for this. Okay, pan on the stove, get this butter melted. So once the butter's melted, we're going to pop our onions and garlic straight in there and just let them cook off for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. Just let them soften up, okay? And you'll start to smell that garlic flavour coming through those onions as they cook. It smells delicious. So while those onions are cooking off, they've been cooking for I don't know, a minute or so, 2 minutes. You're going to get yourself some soft brown sugar. You want 50 grams of this to caramelise those onions, give your sauce a nice sweet flavour. So there we are. Our onions are nice and soft. Now I've been cooking on that low heat for about 4-5 minutes or so. What we're going to do is we're going to add our brown sugar straight in there. And what this is going to do, it's going to add, it's going to caramelise the onions up a little bit. It's going to add a nice sweet flavour to the masala sauce. Probably one of the key ingredients to getting this right. So while that onions and brown sugar have been caramelising now for about 5 minutes or so, it's all nice and soft, smells lovely and sweet. I've made up a masala sauce spice mix. I've added about 50 ml of water to this tomatoes that we blitzed in the processor earlier. Got some coconut yogurt and some tomato paste. All of that in the right order in that pan, masala sauce. So although those onions have been cooking for quite a while now, nice and caramelised, all the brown sugar is sort of mixed in with them, smells pretty delicious. We're going to add our spice mix straight into this pan. As those spices start to cook, you can smell the chicken, the masala sauce. Oh, smells so good. So all that's left to do now is to add our tomato paste, our yogurt and our tomato puree, and we are going to wind up with the perfect masala sauce. All that's left to do then is to add our chickens that we put in the oven earlier into the sauce. Perfect chicken tikka masala. Smells so good. Oh. And that is smelling beautiful. Nice and thick. If you want it a little bit thicker, you can always add an extra sort of 10 grams of flour to it. But to be honest with you, the consistency of that is pretty good, and the smell is delicious. So all we need to do with this, this sauce is now done. You can set it aside if you like. We're going to get our chickens that we cooked earlier. We're going to get them out of the oven. We're going to throw them in the sauce. chicken tikka masala. Smells beautiful.